Patrick Saunders, go ahead.
Buddy, if you could comment, lack of a better term, Kyle Freeland's grit, his ability to deal with traffic, make big pitches in big moments, not get rattled, etc. I thought, from my vantage point, that was a key of today's game.
Yeah, I think Kyle realizes, the importance of certain at bats, to the outcome of the, in the microcosm, the inning, and ultimately the game. I think his in-game awareness is very high. As pitchers, you instinctively know this. What at bats are big, what innings are big, what pitch is big. And I've watched Kyle now his entire major league career, and I've come to realize that he knows these things. And that's important. It really is, to have that. You've heard me talk over the years of in-game awareness, and that works both for pitchers and position players. So he has that, and it's a great trait to be able to understand what that means, the importance of a particular point in the game that swings the pendulum. So he gets it.
And I know you've talked about how he's become a complete pitcher in terms of the variety of weapons he has.
Right.
He just told the TV crew a few minutes ago that today he really liked the use of his two-seam fastball, because he said at lower elevations and with humidity, that's a really good pitch for him, because the action's really good on that.
Yeah.
What else does it say about Kyle that, he's able to make those adjustments and say, okay, this game, this is going to work. Maybe another game, something else is going to work.
Well, you're right. I think that, Ken, you haven't heard me talk about this during my tenure, but, there is a difference, and I don't want to make a big deal about it because it's what we experience, and it's part of, our lot. It's what we have as a challenge. But specifically to this game, Kyle made that realization that, hey, his fastball had movement, his changeup had movement, and his curveball was very good. And he's learned that over the years. So experience, again, is a great teacher for all of us. And being a student, or in this case, a player, and having that ability to apply it is huge. So we need those type of players that understand this adjustment and can handle it mentally, and not let it affect them mentally on the outcome of the game or performance. That's what we need, because it's real. So, today Kyle had a good moving fastball. I thought his change was good, and he had a really good breaking ball, and he realized it too. And then from a physical standpoint, it's about repeating your delivery, repeating your release point, and understanding what's in front of you, and he does that.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thomas?
Yes, just kind of wanted to delve in a little bit into the philosophy of today. Pitch count, Kyle left after 80 pitches, but that sixth
Right.
inning was a high stress inning. How do you balance that? How do you balance stress in an inning versus just count?
Here again, this is something that you guys are not privy to because you're not in the dugout. And this happens every game in a lot of different ways. Kyle expended everything to get out of that sixth inning. And because of our relationship, manager to pitcher, he said, buddy, I'm done. That's it. I emptied the tank. And I totally get it. He had 6 shutout innings, one walk, 6, 7 punch outs. He could have went out there and tried the 7th. But he honestly told me that he was spent. Hey, it was hot today. It was humid. And he threw, 20 really competitive pitches that inning. And he emptied the tank. And he told me so. So an observer outside of today's game would look at that and say, 6 innings, 80 pitches. Why didn't he go back out? What are they doing? But that is what is not really available in game to the general public.
One of the other things I saw, we talk about is competitive fire and all, but I thought he
Say it
kept,
again. Say it again. I missed
I
that.
said, we talk a lot about his competitive fire, but I thought
Sure.
he kept, on Kyle, I thought he kept his
Right.
head about him, that there were some hits that were along the ground and you could almost see, hey, I got the ball on the ground. I'm not going to worry about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the next one.
Yeah, I mean, there are times when we see Kyle express emotion. It's fine. I think it's great, but I never want to let that or any pitcher affect their emotional state and ability to think clearly in competition. And he was also upset. He threw some balls up in the strike zone that he missed location. They got base hits on. They got singles on elevated pitches, and the TV might not have shown Kyle's reaction, but I'm seeing it. He was upset, but he's able to regroup within seconds, to get back to, the next at bat. But, and also there are times when you make a good pitch, you realize it's a good pitch and a guy gets a base hit, you just move on. It was a good pitch and a ground ball went through the infield. You know what that is? That's baseball. Well, there you go.
All right, last one for me.
Okay.
Brendan Rodgers, and obviously it's been an outstanding road trip for him. You can comment on him. And
Right.
Trevor's story with, he clicks one again today and you see some good signs at times.
Yeah, again, 2 opposite field home runs by our middle infielders. Great to see when you have power up the middle. That's nice, right? Because primarily power comes from corner positions across the diamond. When you have guys in the middle who have power, that really, really helps your offense, because those are premium defensive positions. But, Trevor got a ball out over the plate, drove it to, into their bullpen. Brendan got a slider that was up out over the plate from Corbin, drove it into right center. We jumped on Corbin early, right? Which is a lot of times you have to do against good pitchers. He's had a little bit of a tough season, but he's still really good for me. I've seen him good. But, I was happy with our approach early in the game. He sort of settled in. We didn't quite add on like I'd hoped, but, we broke through again with Trevor's 3-run homer. So, all in all, I thought a number of guys had good at-bats today. Crone, a few hits. I thought Mac, a couple walks and a base hit the other way, good at-bats, taking walks, Hampy on base 3 times. Now, there were some good things offensively, really good.